Happy Friday. So can you guys just let me know that you can see me and everything is good? You probably noticed that the setting is a little bit different today, and that is because we're at my mother-in-law's house. So our setup is like a little different than what we're used to. I hope you guys had a really good week. Hello. Happy Friday. Okay. So I think everything is good. So today we are doing our live stream on what they wish that you knew. So, okay. I do just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for all of your kind words and your donations and everything that you guys did for me last week. Hopefully we won't have any crying or theatrics. I'm not saying it because it's bad. I'm just saying it because I do not prefer that to cry on camera. Okay, thank you. Okay, so with that being said, let's move it right along. Let's get right into this energy stream. This feels like a really solid energy stream. I'm actually really excited to go ahead and jump into this reading. So today we are doing a reading on what they wish you knew. And I'm already getting some channels that are coming on here. So as usual, we've got 3 piles. Our first pile is the Mountain. This one comes out a lot, I've noticed. This one comes out a lot here and on Patreon. Okay, the second pile is the Shaman. And the third pile is the Village. Okay, so those are our 3 piles. I'll hold them up all together. So first pile, second pile, third pile. Let's leave these for you to meditate. Really hone in, allow your energy to drop, take some deep breaths, ask Spirit to guide you to the pile that you are being led to. And I do just want to remind you that sometimes we can be drawn to the pile that reflects our own energy. And if that happens, consider that there might be a reason that you were drawn to that pile and to like look at it from that perspective and through that lens. But then you might want to try picking another pile and seeing if that resonates for you a little bit better. So okay. All right. So let's getting right into this. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and maybe that's part of the message that's coming through here. I feel like this person can get a little nervous whenever they are trying to communicate themselves, because it's like they want to say things in the right way, or they don't want to forget something or say things in the wrong order or something like that here with this Mountain card. I am feeling like you would definitely be drawn to this reading if this is your person, because they can be a little hard to read is what I'm getting. It's not necessarily guarded or standoffish, but those are the words that kind of come to mind. Just a little frozen, maybe a little bit of a flat affect, or their personality is always kind of one way. And it is because this person is just a little bit guarded here. So I'm hearing this person say like, okay, finally, I've been waiting for this reading. I've been wanting to tell you the things that I wish you knew. And I do just sort of wish that you could just know them and I wouldn't have to communicate them or express them, so that I wouldn't have to make a fool of myself or embarrass myself or potentially offend you, or like there's nothing bad that's coming through here in this message at all. Actually, quite the opposite. But it's like, I think this person is has a tendency or feels afraid of putting their foot in their mouth, or not coming off strong or the way that they want to. So I think instead this person kind of plays their cards close to their chest and keeps things really clammed up. And so I'm hearing this person say like, I'm really glad that you came to this reading. Finally, I've just been waiting for this. I want to get this off my chest. There's so many things that I wish that you knew about me, about us, about the way that I feel about you. But primarily it feels like the things that this person has going on behind the scenes that kind of makes them act the way that they do, because they feel like that's where things sort of get lost in translation. So this person would sort of want to explain why they come across the way that they do, and why they have this fire for you, basically. Like, this person has a lot going on beneath the surface. I actually think that even though you think this person's like cool, calm, and collected and very placid, they're very fiery, like beneath the surface. They do have a lot of very intense passion, and I think they have passion for you, but it's like they do have these like very intense, passionate emotions. And I'm hearing like anger, jealousy, rage. Like, this person does deal with like a lot of these emotions, but they have learned to kind of keep things close to their chest. And I'm hearing, if your lips are moving, if your lips are moving, if your lips are moving, then you la, 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 baby. And so it could be, and I'm not really getting this for most of you, it could be that you have told a lie to this person, that they've kind of caught you out in a lie, but I'm really not getting that overall. I think this person has been surrounded by liars, is what I'm hearing. Like, The people that were close to them that they should have been able to trust or rely upon or something like that, they've always kind of caught them out in a lie. So this person, yeah, it's like they thought that they could rely on somebody. They thought they could put their weight on somebody, and then actually they couldn't. So instead, this person just assumes that that the terrain is a lot more steep and a lot more rocky and a lot more dangerous than it actually is. And so it's like an overprotective mechanism. And then this person realizes that with good people or people who are trustworthy, that they can be a little extreme, and they're not really trying to do this. But this person has like very intense, very strong, very, deep, passionate feelings. I'm hearing that this person has been provoked to jealousy in regards to your energy, like envy or something like that. And if you were, I don't feel this for most of you, but if you were playing games with this person, they immediately saw that as a red flag and then just like kind of cut things off and then pulled back and like got very cold or very defensive because they were like, oh no, not this again. But for most of you, I just think that this person is, they're really playing it cool here around you. So okay, so what this person wishes you knew, I'm hearing like, okay, they have like a lot of really like lovey-dovey emotions towards you. Okay, this is I feel like they're a very sensual person. They're a very passionate person, and they really do want to connect with people very deeply. And I'm hearing, I wish that you could just go first. This person's really upset about being the first pile in this stack, because it's like, well, if you went first and you showed vulnerability and you were able to drop your guard, then it would be easier for me to explain my perspective. Joyful Dolphin. I don't know if somebody wants to walk Joyful Dolphin through the buttons at the top right of the screen that can speed me up or slow me down, because I just talk the way that I talk, obviously. So this person, it's like something like that where it's, I'm just gonna let that go. Okay, so let me just see here. What is the Hidden Truth Oracle here for this? All right. I just saw the card. I want to tell you how I feel. I love you. Like, that's really what I'm getting from this person. It's like, I love you. I love you unconditionally. But this person just doesn't feel like they get that same energy back. Not necessarily from you, but just from other people. So instead, it's like they're just like really, really encapsulated. I remember every detail of that day. Okay, so something here went on. I feel like, okay, now this is like really starting to come through. This person is embarrassed to tell you how deeply they feel because of how raw something is here and how strongly they feel for you, or how strongly in general they're like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm afraid of being seen as something that I'm not. I'm afraid of being seen as like, because they feel so strongly, that's what it is. I feel like this person saw something, and it's like they replay it over and over and over again in their mind. I remember every detail of that day where you said something or you did something and it set them off. It triggered them, and where it's something that this person is used to seeing or anticipates is going to happen. And for a lot of these people, I think maybe potentially this is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm not actually getting that you meant to do anything wrong. Like, you didn't, you weren't trying to like upset this person or anything like that. But so this person just wants you to know, first and foremost, like, I love you. Okay, if we're going to get into this, we're going to get into this. But there's a little bit of like hairy emotions that are going on here, very strong. And I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. I'm hearing this person saying, I am mad. I'm really mad, and I don't feel like I can trust you. I feel like you're lying, even if you're not, because like I said, this person has had people that lie around them. So even if you didn't lie, this person just automatically assumes that, and they don't want to like put all their cards out on the table. I want to be more than friends. This person really holds back from you. This person really holds back from you. It's not a wonder to me that you would be here at this pile. And they feel like they've got a long way to go in regards of this, and they're afraid they're going to scare you away. I'm seeing the Beast in Beauty and the Beast now, where he's like, would you join me for dinner? And she's like, no. And then he's like, then go ahead and starve. And it's because this person has such deep, intense feelings, I think overall, but then like especially for you. And they just don't want that to be unleashed upon you, because then you're going to think that they're weird or scary or dangerous or aggressive, and they're not. They're just struggling with like these, they don't know. This person is having a struggle. This person's really having a struggle. They wish you knew. They wish you knew how much of a struggle. I'm hearing the word temptation. It's a struggle, but it's also a temptation, like to talk with you or something here like that. I also feel like this person maybe feels like they have people watching them. And I don't know in what capacity this is. I'm not exactly feeling like it's necessarily in front of an audience. It's just, I think this person feels like people observe them, and that people, it's almost a feeling of like, having like a nightmare where you show up to school naked. It's almost like that, where it's like, this person's afraid that you can read every little detail of every little thing about them. And this might be with you in particular, but it's like other people. I wish I had treated you better. Okay, like this person, you guys, this person's in a real tailspin. They're in a real turmoil because there are two options of communicating with you. It's like, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Because on one option, it's like when they actually do communicate. But I feel like it's because this person has look, I'm like tripping over my words now. Because they've held so much I can't even say it. They've held so much within for so long, then they just feel like it's going to come out, and it's going to come out a lot sharper and a lot more intense than they mean to. So then their other option is they just don't say anything at all. But then this person feels like it leaks out in a myriad of ways, and that you probably see through them anyways, and that you're getting the wrong impression. You're getting the impression that they're cold or withdrawn or indifferent, and they don't care about you. And this person is the furthest thing from indifferent. That's what I'm hearing. I'm the furthest thing from indifferent for you. I want you so badly. I don't know how to like control myself or handle myself. And I'm afraid that I'm just going to like burn this. Like, that's really what I'm getting. It's like I'm just seeing this person like holding something small and cute and little and just being afraid that they're going to like break it, you know? I wish things could be different. This person is like, I wish I could be different. And you know, it's not that this person has a particular problem with, words. It's not words, it's emotions that this person struggles with. That's it. And putting the two together. So I think, and then, oh my gosh. Okay, so there's like a controlling side to this person, right? Where they are trying to control their emotions and like the way that they kind of come across. They're really trying to like tamp it down. And they are aware of communication, you know? So they know that their words come across a certain way, and then they know that their body kind of gets weird. Maybe this is with the rise of all of those like body language channels and stuff. We all are like analyzing people's body language like at every moment. It's like, oh, they're shaking their foot. They're nervous. So this person, I think they kind of try to close that down. And then I think what ends up happening is that their mind is thinking about how they're controlling all of their emotions, and they lose sight of the moment. And then I'm picturing you just like walking out the door or something like that. You know, so it's like this person's all jumbled and they're all in their head. And then they just see you leaving and they're like, I guess I missed out on my opportunity. This person, I'm hearing, I missed my opportunity with you so many times because of this. And it's not because they're indifferent, but this person feels like you think that they are indifferent. And, oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm not doing a good job of this. And just so you know, babe, like it's not even giving me the options over here anymore because it can't find the computer. Okay, so this person just feels like they're messing up. I'm seeing this person like crying now. I feel like this person has maybe cried over you. They're like turning all red and they're crying and they just feel so stuck and they don't even like really know what to do. And so I'm hearing like, I'm just not the one for you because clearly I'm not emotionally available, or I'm not, like, something is wrong with me. Like, I feel like this person is, but they can't stop thinking about you. So this person's in a hell of their own making because like they can't, it's like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. It's like they can't communicate with you, but then they can't stop thinking about you, but then they can't like do anything about you. I'm not available. We both know I'm not the one for you. What's that about? I wonder if you're happy without me. This person, I'm kind of getting this like pessimism in this person where it's like they almost think that you just would be better off without them because they can't get their stuff together. Okay, and I also think it's like this person almost puts you up on a pedestal. And because they put you up on a pedestal, they just like, by the very nature of them doing that, they put themselves in a lower position. And then they just think that this person also thinks you don't have the problems that they do, that you don't struggle the way they do. And I think that you probably relate quite a bit to this. Like, who doesn't? We all do, you know? I'm so jealous. This person is so incredible. I'm hearing you are the most tempting thing on earth to me. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Love will keep us together. Okay, so I do feel this person gets kind of a little bit delusional. It's almost like they would rather have you in their fantasy. They would rather dream about you because then they can't mess it up. This person is like anxiety. You found out something about me, or they're scared you're going to find out something about them that you just don't like. And I think this person has this all or nothing mentality, but this has to do with them. This person has been surrounded by a lot of like, I'm seeing like the more darker emotions of life. So again, people who were cloaked or in the shadows, people who were jealous of them, people who wanted something from them, something like that. And because of that, this person thinks that it's all or nothing with people, because I think they have had to be that way with other people, and legitimately they have had to be that way with other people, because it's like if they start to get a whiff of it, they're like, oh no, it's this kind of thing. So I don't know if your person has money, or if they have status, or if they have something that like people just kind of go for them for, and so they have to kind of be aware because they recognize that people are cloaked in being weird or sneaky, or they could have just been around disordered people, people who are problematic, people who are more, who tend towards like sociopathy, or something like that, where they've just kind of had to always be on their guard. And it doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, they're just surrounded by people. It could have just been very key people in their life, but because of that, this person just feels like I think they feel tainted. This person feels tainted. You found out something about me. I find you interesting. I want to know what you found out about them. I wonder if you know what you found out about them. Okay. Oh, okay. This person does not have a plan. Okay. Like, they don't see anything working out. They don't have a plan. They are not feeling confident. And I feel like this person can feel confident. This person actually feels very confident in certain areas of their life. I think in their career, or maybe around other people that are the same gender that they are, they feel very confident. But then they get around you. I'm hearing, I fall 100 feet, or I stand 100 feet, but I fall when I'm around you. That Shawn Mendes song. And like, so they just feel like they can't bridge the gap is what I'm hearing. They can't bridge the gap. And they're afraid of making some kind of sacrifice here. And I think the sacrifice is their pride. I honestly think the sacrifice is their pride. I picked this deck upside down. And yeah, like this person's like that. They're all like jumbled. Somebody said, I think this is me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. They're afraid that you won't, that's out there. But it was the Four of Cups. So, I'm just getting that this person, feels like you wouldn't accept that you would reject them. Maybe they feel like you already did reject them, and it's either like because of you, maybe I can't speak. Like, I honestly cannot speak. It's either because maybe they feel like they did ask you out, or they did try to put themselves out there. And I gotta say, with a person like this, okay, where they're so like bottled in, them thinking that they made a move towards you, it could have been very small, but like whatever they did, it was huge for them. And they wish you knew that. Like, they flirted with you a little bit, or they like winked at you or something like that. So that could have been this person feeling like, no, I put myself out there. And then they didn't wink back, or like they didn't, I don't know. So it could have been that. It doesn't have to be. They could have asked you out, or it could have been that, their demeanor, because they can't get past this like very cold demeanor, they feel like you've kind of written them off, because that you've rejected them on the sense that maybe you think they're boring. Maybe you don't think that they're fiery or passionate or sexual towards you. Maybe you don't think that they have interesting things going on. Because I feel like maybe they think, again, I think this person feels that you're almost the opposite of them. Like, you're very fiery on the outside, but then you're this like pillar of rock on the inside. You're the mountain on the inside. So this person thinks like you're fierce, you're fierce and that you're strong, and that you're capable, and that you're sexy, and that you just always know what it is that you're doing, right? Like this person thinks this about you. It just must be the way that you kind of come off. This person maybe feels like you draw a crowd to you, or everybody's eyes are always on you because their eyes are always on you, right? Maybe you feel that way, maybe you don't, but it's like because they see you so highly. So they could think that you don't think there's a match with them in that regard, and that you find them uninteresting, or you find them detached. And so they feel like they don't know how to show you that, look, I'm like talking like one word at a time, because I'm just like, well, what do I do? I also feel like this person has tried to stretch out conversation with you before. I feel bad for this person. They're really going through about low self-esteem. They think about you all the time. They fantasize about having all the good things about you. I feel like this person, maybe even like whenever they're, I feel like this is quite a hard worker. And their work might be very important to them. And I think that's where they feel confident, because maybe they've built themselves up. And we've seen this energy before. And I think a lot of people are kind of like this, but it's like this person has built themselves up in some kind of way. And they just fantasize. I feel like whenever they're working with whatever it is that they're building, they fantasize about like giving it to you. Like you guys, that was very sexual in my mind. So, think about it like that. But I feel like, yeah, just like building the 10 of Pentacles with you and being able to like offer you everything. They think about this like whenever it is that they're working, and then they just they're always looking for their ships to come in with you. They really look for any opening is what I'm getting. But then I also feel like this is the person where if there was an opening, they would just be like they're talking to me. quick, say something witty, but then they feel like you're just kind of like, whatever, like, and that you're looking for something different. Like this person is very stable, and they think that you're looking for something different, something more exciting. And this person can bring that, okay? They want you to know that. They wish you knew, like, that they are actually very exciting. And I think maybe especially when you're like, when they're in their home space or when you're in their inner world and their good graces, like they are very passionate. They are very passionate, very sexual. This is a very sexual person too. They don't think you realize that they're actually very sexual and probably maybe even very, very good. Very good in that way. They maybe even, you may be very pleased with what they have going on underneath the surface. Okay. This person, okay, I also am getting like this person feels very defensive when they see you out with others. So I don't know if you've been like in a party scenario, or I'm just getting that because this person clams up so much and then they see you like interacting with other people, they feel very jealous and they feel very defensive and they do like want to kind of compete. But I feel like this person's way of competing is to be strong and to be quiet and stoic or reserved, or to be like, look what I built, like no one else can build like this, and then that's kind of the bait where they like kind of draw you in. But I feel like you're more like fluid, in a yeah, I think they've seen somebody around you too that they feel like is a very big threat, somebody that presents more like this fire side. And I'm kind of getting like between these individuals, this person you're asking about and this other person that they've been around, and you may or may not, I kind of, what I'm getting for you is you maybe have an easier time as well talking with people that you don't feel like a strong sexual pull towards. And so you just might not be talking to this person because the attraction is mutual, but then they're thinking because you're talking, you have an easier time talking or connecting like with another person, that you're more interested in that other person. So then they feel like a lot of shame and a lot of sadness. But I kind of feel like this person you're asking about has like a moon sign connection to the person that they are intimidated by, is like Mars or Sun energy. So they feel kind of like they feel on the back foot, like where it is that they're competing, but they know that they have that energy for you. So there's actually a lot that is like really coming through here. They're just burdened. Your wish fulfillment, and it's a burden. They most of all, this person just wants you to know that they struggle quite a bit with feeling blocked off from you. They just don't know how to move forward. And it's weird because I almost want to say like, it's like this person's claiming up and has low self-esteem, but they don't. This is not a person who struggles with low self-esteem. It's just like in the arena that they're in, or in the way that they feel like they would need to boss up to connect with you. And I don't know that any of this is coming from you, but it's like the way they think I don't know. It's like they want to offer you this, but they just don't think that you're like interested. They don't think that you're interested. And this is a person who feels like they have committed some level of time or energy to this. And I keep getting the full, like maybe you have been off on a new beginning. Maybe you just like left, and even like I keep seeing you like leaving a party and they're like, well, I guess I just like blew my chance again. Like, yeah, so let's get some more messages here. This person's so jealous. I just saw it again. I'm so jealous. I'm lost without you. I think you're amazing. I mean, this person this is one of those piles. Why did you leave? Okay, there is something here in this pile about leaving, and I don't know what you left. Like you, there's a lot of energy behind this. Of like, I feel like they would just kind of sit you down and be like, why'd you leave? And this person, again, they may just kind of, I feel like this fire energy in them. They're a bit of a straight shooter. Like whenever it just comes up and out. They don't mean anything by it. It's just, okay, it's the truth. This is what needs to be said. So they're very direct about it. And a lot of people aren't used to that energy. I kind of think you F with fire energy. Like you are maybe very fiery, or you like that kind of energy. You can kind of roll with that. I don't know that you'd be offended if somebody would just hit you with something very direct and very truthful and very matter of fact, but this person, they want to kind of pin you to the wall about like, why did you leave? And I feel like it could have been like you left overall, a job, a workplace, an environment, something like that. It could have just been you left a party or something, and they were going to talk with you. You left. Like, why did you leave? Like, I'm also getting like, maybe you were having a conversation. Maybe I get the sense that this person was just getting ready to open up to you. They were just getting ready to tell you some piece of vital information, something maybe pulled them away, or for whatever reason they couldn't do it, and then you left, and they really are just like, there's a lot of energy and power behind like, why did you leave? Like, they just want to sit down, like, see how I'm looking at you right now? Like, why did you leave? They want to point in your face. They want to be like, why did you leave? Because this person feels like that messed up everything. I'm almost getting like, there were two timelines. There was a timeline you could have gone on together. There was a timeline that you didn't, and like where you didn't, and it all like kind of culminated in this one moment, and you left. That's what I'm getting. You left. I'm like, the energy that I'm in right now, like, I don't know if you just see like the hole that I just went into. Like, you left. Like, look at me. I'm just like, you left. This is like the energy of it. Why? What? Huh? What do I do with this? Like, what? What does that mean? Like, that's this person. What does that mean? Because it almost feels like you were there one moment and then like you vanished another moment. You were there one moment and then you vanished another moment. And I don't know what that means. Why? Like, I can't get past that. Like, so I think that's this person just like then retreated back in their shell, and then they were probably very cold and distant to you after that. And there's these 3 X's here. So I'm thinking like there was a permanent 3 10s is like a permanent decision on a person or a property or a place. So that could have been you leaving. You made a permanent decision to leave from wherever it was that you left. That could have been the permanent decision, or you made a permanent decision on them, or then because you left, like they made a permanent decision on you that I guess this just isn't going to like work out. So there's a lot that this person wants to say. They're like being very chatty with me because I think this person really struggles to communicate with you. I don't think they've told you like any of this. I think you get a whole lot of like confusing mixed signals and not really knowing that. And this person is aware of that. I'm so aware of it. Like this person maybe even has been in like in therapy or because this is a person who would struggle to open up to no, they're saying no. I think this person, it's either their friends, like they could have talked to their friends about you too, about like not being able to, I don't know why I can talk to them about it and I can't talk to you, because I know that you're all the things. Like you're nice and you're pretty and you're fun and you're, I know that you're like that. And I really do have a belief in like you being kind-hearted and you being able to communicate. It's just, I don't want to come up short to you. That's what it is. I don't want to come up short. Let me just have a drink of my coffee. Journey says, never expresses feelings. I waited so long. Yeah. That's exactly, this person would want to explain that to you because that's exactly the energy. And there's a lot of shame and a lot of regret and a lot of sadness and a lot of self-loathing and a lot of like, I wish I would have said this. I wish I would have said that. What is wrong with me? Why can't I do this? And because this person can do this in other arenas of their life. I kind of feel like they've built an empire on it. That's the energy that I'm getting. They've built this up. They know that they're confident. They know that they're strong. But it's I fall 100 feet when I'm around you. Like it's just there's something about you. You are so important to them. They're so attracted to you that they just lose it. They just lose their footing. Okay, so remember I said that there's things going on around this person that you don't necessarily know, and it's dark things, it's bad things, and this person doesn't want to be blamed for those things because I'm hearing they're things that just happen to people, but like bad things, okay? And I don't know what this is, but this feels maybe almost criminal level, where this person has been like taken advantage of, stolen from, harmed in some way, and they don't even know how to like put that into words because they don't know if you will understand or if you're just going to blame them like everyone else does. This person, and again, this doesn't come from you, this comes from other people, not I'm hearing respecting them or knowing their heart, knowing that it's like, obviously if I was in a situation like that, I didn't deserve it or I didn't bring it on myself or something like that. Okay, everybody's like kind of saying this. Everything was so ambiguous and vague, and he reflected that we were linked telepathically so he could drop hints. That is exactly this person's energy. Because again, I think to you, it feels like they're dropping hints. And in reality, this person is dropping hints and they're dropping breadcrumbs. But because of this person's anxiety around you, they feel like they're making the grand gesture. They feel like they're making the leap. So there's a disconnect here. But this person knows it. I'm just seeing this person like, this person is very smart. Like they're kind of with it. This person is. And work, achievement, and success. This is a person who is a worker. I'm telling you that. Like, And even if they haven't built something for themselves yet on the physical, they are very much going to. This is one to watch because this person has that internal engine. This is like the king or the queen of the marshmallow test, where they can pull back and not experience joy now in order to achieve something later. The difference is in your personal relationships, you can really miss out on an opportunity. So it's almost like the opposite energy of like, you need to take advantage of somebody, not take advantage of them, but like, you know what I mean? Like the opportunity to speak with them when they're in front of you. And this person, it's a completely different way of being. And I also think this person could have potentially been busy. And this person, I think on some level knows this, and they wish you understood this, is that they use it as a crutch. They use their work. So this could be like a workaholic or something. They know it. They know that they're busy and they have legitimate things that they have to take care of, but they could spare a few moments for you. They kind of know it, but then they tell themselves that it's not their weakness, it's not their shyness, it's not their embarrassment, it's not their this, if they just finish up their whatever it was that they were doing instead of going over and talk to you. And then you left. Because you know what I'm saying? There's something here like that. And they are aware of it. It's very faint. I think you'd have a difficult time talking with this person about it, but they do know that they use their work or they use their busyness as a shield. They're practiced in doing this. And because I think this is one of the things where it's like, they know that they get praised for how hard they work, and that this is one of those addictions that is like socially acceptable, but it's still an addiction, and it's still a way that they run from you, and it's still a way that they run from their feelings. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. These two cards, like this sums it up for me. This pile, this sums it up. It sums it up. I'm seeing this scene in Girls where Hannah goes to Adam's apartment. I haven't fully seen it. I've just seen this clip for whatever reason. And she's like, I just summed it up. Like, again, it's this scene where it's like the big gesture where she shows up at his apartment to just tell him how she feels because he texted her a text message that was meant for another girl. And she explains like why that is hurtful to her. So maybe this person even like, I don't know, played hard to get in that way of like, I don't really get that for this person. I think if they were, I'm not getting that they would have done that necessarily on purpose to make you jealous. I'm just thinking that it would be like a social ineptitude or them thinking that you're not interested in them. So them exploring other options. I just heard there's not a vindictive bone in this person's body. And you might disagree with that because there's a confusion. That's what there's a confusion about the way that they come across to you. They thought you wrote them off, so they moved on with their life is kind of what I'm getting. And it would seem harsh to you, and it would seem like it doesn't make any sense because it doesn't. I don't know. Okay. So I feel like this person could keep talking. Honestly, this person wants to have a conversation with you. And I feel like they wish that they could actually have that conversation with you, because I feel like if you got this person in front of you, they still wouldn't necessarily be open. They would want to be able to express these things to you. They want to be brave enough. But it's more like the skill set. If they had more faith in their skill set and their ability to actually communicate things. And I'm hearing that again. Why did you leave? So if you were having a conversation or something and then you left, then I feel like this person's like, nah, like I'm bad at this anyways, or this is already so hard for me that I can't, if you're not going to listen or you're not going to stay, like I can't, look at me. Like I can't get it out. I can't get it out. Okay, I just heard I can't get it up. So maybe this person is struggling to connect with others. So if you see this person out and about with other people, I definitely don't think there's the same level of emotion. It would be somebody that doesn't make their heart flutter the same way that you do. And that's another thing. Like I'm hearing you don't have a reason to feel jealous of anyone else in my vicinity. Nobody competes. Nobody compares with my level of feeling for you. That's a big thing that this person wish you knew. So that I'm going to call it there for pile number 1, because like I said, I feel like this person would just keep talking. And I almost feel like me or any other reader that you could potentially go to, it's almost like this could potentially be used as a crutch for this person, because they know it. I just keep this person's like head in their hands, like, they know they need to practice this. They're worried. This person is worried that they hurt your feelings. And they didn't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to hurt your feelings. But I feel like even this, where it's like, okay, now you understand. This person wants to be like, now you understand the way I feel for you. Now you understand why I'm such a screw up. You know, this person's very hard on themselves. This potentially could be like a crush for them. So, okay. The elephant in the room is that we have gushy feelings for each other and it never gets addressed. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to pull some advice? Let me just get some advice. So if you are trying to connect with this person, let me just do that. And then, okay, I'm just going to address some of these mean comments that I'm seeing. Freebie, when you say things like pile number 1 is too long, you're making a subjective judgment, okay? Like it might be too long for you, but it's subjective. And you need to pull back and understand that you're having a subjective experience that is not a collective experience. That what's too long for you is going to feel too short for somebody else. It's going to feel like not enough detail for somebody else. So I'm really going to need you to regulate yourself here in this stream. And I feel like this is almost a direct message from Spirit. Spirit is really wanting you to take this message. This is why you're here. This nugget that you need to manage yourself. You need to be better at that. You need to understand that you are just one person having an experience and everyone else is having different experiences. So for people to come onto a stream like this and say things like, you're talking too fast. This is too long. You see that word too? T-O-O, T with the double O? That's a subjective thing. It's a qualifier. So it's a sign that you're having an experience and it's something that you're feeling, but it's not necessarily what others are feeling. And it's not something to be dealt with in the chat. It's not something to be dealt with in the chat. Asking someone to speak slower is so incredibly selfish. First of all, it's like you're not even looking at me as a person. Like I have my own process. I'm channeling information. I can't necessarily control it. You can control it with something on your screen. Like this is something that frustrates me. Like most people are super chill and super easy to get along with, but it's maddening because I feel like I'm doing something wrong because it's presented like I'm doing something wrong. Pile number 1 is too long. Jess, you did something too wrong. I'm trying to listen to Spirit, which I care about listening to over you. And your ego saying that I should pay attention is to your ego is the problem here, okay? And it is coming across like an interruption. Black Amethyst is saying like it's an interruption. But at the same time, it isn't, because I feel like this is kind of maybe a part of the message and this is something that somebody kind of needs to hear. So I feel like we're all just kind of holding space for this. I'm going to move on from that. But I do feel like this is just something that needs to maybe get addressed. And it could be even helping you in your perception. Like if you are resonating with pile number 1 or any of the other piles, consider that what you feel like is too much, like another person's having a different experience. This person that you're asking about may be having a different experience. And it's important for all of us to just kind of hold space for all of the experiences to be happening in the room. Okay. Thank you so much. And Alicia is saying, just don't pay attention to the criticism. And I feel like far and away, I really do try not to pay attention to the criticism, but sometimes I do feel like things need to get addressed with people because it just kind of keeps happening. And I really feel like a lot of people don't get it. And a lot of people like that, because they don't get it, I kind of feel like people in their life just sort of maybe know and they kind of write it off and then they don't address it. But I think maybe sometimes hearing something like that could potentially like change things around for people. And they're like, oh, wait a minute, I never saw it through that lens before. Maybe that's me being a bit pie in the sky and like thinking that, oh, well, maybe if they just have this bit of information of how they're coming across, that could potentially be valuable, but it's not. But I do know for the most part not to pay attention to the criticism, because that's the other thing. It's like, I don't understand why you would be critical to somebody instead of just trying to figure out where you belong. Instead of just saying, you know, this isn't my place. This isn't the place that I like to be. This isn't how I like to receive my messages or something like that. It's great that it's working for all the other people. Let me just move on. Instead, you want to try to change an entire collective and an entire group of what is clearly working for a lot of people. So I just don't get it. I don't have it in me to maintain a channel because of these things. Yeah, and I do feel like sometimes these things do need to be addressed. I really don't address these things a lot of the time, but sometimes I'm just kind of getting to a place where I do want to stick up for myself a little bit more, and I feel like maybe like this person, I haven't done the best job of making my boundaries clear. So that, again, all this could still potentially be trickling in here from this message, because I sort of feel, again, like misunderstood, or if I say this, am I going to be seeming like I'm being aggressive when really I'm just, trying to, Alex is laughing. It's like, I'm just trying to hold a boundary. I'm just trying, and maybe I could be better sometimes at just saying like, look, this is how we speak to each other in a healthy way.
The same person just commented that they just made it even longer.
Yo, yes, you just made it even longer. So again, this is another thing. It's like you're not even realizing how your energy is affecting things. I just made it even longer. Okay, so we love a self-aware queen, Freebie. We love a self-aware queen, okay? See? And thank you for just rolling with it. And like, okay, so come as you are, right? And that's the thing. It's like, it's just life is weird. We're all different people, okay? So let me just get my advice here. And okay, actually maybe this was the advice. For some of you, clearly state your boundaries. Like, okay, I don't know if you like me or not, but I just don't want to feel like a type of way. I don't want to be dragging myself along or dragging my heart through the mud. Okay. So let's just get some advice. I just saw the flow card, so just go with the flow. I feel like this person, the thing that I do want to communicate is that this person's trying to get through to you. They really are. And so I think maybe if you can allow, this is a person where you can allow them a little bit more space because they are trying to get to you. Strategy. Okay, be strategic. You very well could end up in a commitment, and it's saying with this person, this could be the person that like you really end up with for a long time. It's just saying like self-love. Okay, so confidence, gateways. Okay, potentially anger could be a gateway with this person if you show that you're mad, like I just did. Literally, anger could be a gateway. But I'm not talking about being aggressive, but like anger could potentially be a gateway and giving this person hope. Also, because this person doesn't think that you feel anything for them. So if you're like, I'm hearing on Ted Lasso, I feel like I can hear Freebie in my mind. It's like, this is so long. No, okay, so I'm seeing that scene from Ted Lasso when Keely and Roy are getting together, and she keeps asking him if he wants to hang out, and he keeps saying that he's busy. So she's getting mixed signals. She doesn't understand like what's going on. Then he approaches her later after she already like hooked up with her old ex because she, whatever, and he's like, and she's like, what is wrong with you, Roy? And he's like, what? And she's like, you kept saying you were busy. And he's like, yeah, well, I was busy. And she was like, okay, well, I think that you should know that I slept with Jamie. And he was like, yes, I am aware of that. And she's like, I mean, last night, because I didn't know what you wanted, but I knew exactly what he wanted. And I'm going to need you to be okay with this. And he's like, and she's like, why don't you come back and talk to me when you can speak again? So I don't think you should necessarily be afraid of the anger in this situation. Because I think, first of all, this person, you can see that they hold back those fire emotions, their anger already. I don't think this is a person who would just like kind of lash out. I think they're even afraid that saying something forcefully could hurt your feelings. And you shouldn't be afraid of holding back your anger with this person of like, you frustrate me. So, okay. That was pile number 1. Okay. Okay. Okay now. Pile number 2. Thank you so much, Janae. I saw your super chat, but I was in the middle of my little spiel. So, the way you bless with the Ancient Wands. Okay, so moving on to pile number 2. And I don't know why, but it's like I feel like it's important for me to kind of bring my energy back down before I start a second pile. This feels like overall I'm trying to be better at this, and maybe this is something that's important here with this connection. Now, this is a much different energy that's coming through here for pile number 2, okay? I'm not exactly getting the best energy off of this person, to be honest. So what this person wishes you knew. This person's going through a hard time, okay? I would say it's depression, but to me, it feels like even more than depression. Like depression to me, I don't know, it's like you can go in and out of depression, right? And it's kind of like, I'm hearing mood disorder. Like, so if you don't think it's depression, maybe you think this person has kind of like a mood thing, because I feel like this person has a kind of depressive energy, or they've approached you with a kind of depressive energy. Their energy is really low and it's really down. But it's more than depression. And that's what they wish you knew. Thank you so much, Catherine. That's what this person wishes you knew, is that they're really kind of going through it. And I feel like this person's reaching out to your energy because they see that you are the healer here in this space. And I feel like this is a good reminder for you to go ahead and like re-up and reset and reestablish your energetic boundaries, because I feel like you may have attracted this person to you because of like your healing energy, but you could potentially be thinking that they're on the same level as you, or that in reality, this person's very needy towards your energy, and they also feel entitled to your energy. Meaning they're not in a place, and this goes beyond not being in a place, because that's what I'm trying to get across when I'm saying this is more than just like a mood thing where this person's in a really deep depressive negative mood and you kind of are maybe just waiting for them to come out of it, or okay, well, they're depressed, maybe if we can get them in to see somebody, that this is beyond that. Okay, this is I kind of want to say it's like on a soul level, where this person has a lot of darkness, like just in their soul. Like I'm just a lot of muck, a lot of sticky tar, darkness, and that's kind of what has drawn them to you. So I feel like you need to be very protective of your energy, very guarded of your energy. I'm hearing don't trust me. Don't trust me with your energy. That's what this person wants you to know. And I feel like this must be coming through from like a higher realms, because this person doesn't necessarily want to hurt you, but they're in a place where they can't help but try to use your energy to get on a better footing with their own self. And you might be on your guard. You might be very defensive here with this person. This person also wishes you knew things. Make it seem like it's your fault or that you shouldn't have responded in the way that you did. But in reality, thank you so much. Here, Serene Highness. I love that. You know, this person thinks that they make it seem like you shouldn't have lashed out in the way that you did or whatever. If they give you that impression, they know that they're a jerk and that they're not in the best place and that you are vibrating much higher than them. On some level, they know this. I feel like I'm seeing the skulls here, the 3 skulls. So you could have had like 3 endings with this person, or 3 times where you really maybe had to put this person in their place, and they still reach out for you. So that's what they wish you knew, is that they see you as a healer. You are the shaman here in this space. But what I want to say is, like, yes, you are in control of your own energy and how it gets used. And you have the potential to heal this person on your terms. And this person also needs to play like on your terms, and they need to be respectful and of your energy, because it just ain't it. Midas Miser. This person may think you have money, but there's some kind of wealth that you have. This feels to me, even if you do have money, it comes from like a spiritual abundance, something here like that. And this person is in major lack mentality. Like that's just really all I'm getting. Child wounded. But this one says blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. This is a person who could potentially say things. They talk the talk, like, you know, that they have childhood wounds or that they're depressed or that they're this or they're that. But I'm telling you, it's much deeper than that. This person is a slave to their impulses. They're a slave to their depression. This is also a person who could use sadness to lash out. So they use their sadness, or like, I'm just depressed, or I'm so sad, or I'm so weak-willed, or I'm so this, or I'm so that, as a cover. They use it as a cover in order to get close to you, in order to get your guard down, in order to get you healing them and your like healer energy towards them, in order to then lash out at you. And so in a way, I feel like you are meant to overcome this energy with this athlete energy. It says dedication to transcending the physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower. This person was put here to help you see in the dark, help you see this about a person, and tell the difference between basically somebody who can be helped and somebody who can't. Somebody who is really genuinely like stuck in a depression, or they are going through something difficult, but they're willing and able to actually like deal with that space, and to somebody who's just using it as a shield, using it as some kind of like manipulation tool. That's what I'm hearing. Like, and it's a plan. It's all planned out. I really think that you shouldn't trust this person. Now, this person has a lot of, they're also very jealous, like of your energy and the people who get your attention. And so I feel like this person can really ratchet it up, but they really bring like your energy or your space down. Student and judge. So again, like I feel like there's something here that this person, they have arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge. It's like, you know, it's like if you try to help this person and you try to teach them things or help them see things through a different light, it's like they store that knowledge, but then they use it for destructive purposes. And they could potentially try to weaponize or use it against you. And it's because they're sick. I'm hearing, I'm sick. This person is sick. Networker. This person could potentially try to embed themselves in, I'm hearing make themselves invaluable, or they try to connect with people, whether it's people around you or just in general. That's what this person is trying to do, to get themselves money, wealth. So instead of building themselves up in a skill, or even the things that they learn, instead of actually being able to integrate that and put that to good use, they're just a drain. This person's ideal life is parasitic. And that is on the hair psychopathy checklist. a parasitic lifestyle. This person wants to live a parasitic lifestyle, and basically this is me talking and like spirit coming through to you to say, if you don't put boundaries up with this person will try to leech off of you. They'll try to leech off of your energy. And I feel like you've given this person chances before. I think you know this. Okay, yeah, there's definitely something here about a network. They're afraid of facing their own demons, but this person gives a different impression because they know that that's how to get in your good graces. They're good. This is a person who's very good at getting up close with you by saying that they're changing, by saying that they're taking things in. They're not. They're incapable of that. Okay, this hand here looks like frozen. I mean, they are like floating in space, but I'm hearing cold-blooded. It's like the opposite of warm-blooded, where a warm-blooded creature regulates its own internal body temperature. That's a metaphor for having a good internal regulating system, being very confident, knowing that you're capable on your own, putting yourself out there. Instead, this person has to sun themselves. They have to get things from other people. They're very parasitic. Be careful. Be careful with this person. Gossip. This person could have lied on your name. That's this network thing. I don't like this energy. This energy is very dangerous to you. This person could have told lies. They could have tried to weaponize certain things about you. This person weaponizes. They turn things into a weapon. They're not available to connect with you in a genuine way. Cold-blooded, I've said exactly that before. He is. Like, this is a nasty person. I just saw the I love you card, but this person's really not capable of love. Like, even if this person has an impression of love, this is kind of what they wish that you knew. It's like they formulate their opinions on love based on need. Like, if you have something that they want, then they think that they love you. They honestly do think that. I feel like this person kind of buys their own nonsense. Okay, I just heard, sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves keep faking me out. I wonder if you're finding out the truth crushed me. I wonder if you're happy without me. I feel like this could be part of the nonsense that this person is spreading within this group of people. Finding out the truth crushed me about you. I left when I saw you with someone. We'll be together again. I'm afraid to contact you. I don't like this person. He's delusional. Covert narcissist at best. That is exactly it. This is a covert narcissist because it's the sad sack routine. Covert narcissists are just as prideful as grandiose narcissists, but you get a sad sack routine. But they really think that they're too good. They think that they're better. So this is also a person who thinks that they're too good to work like a regular job, you know, or like grunt work or something like that. But then they have no skills and they just want to like leech off of other people. They think you're their soulmate though. This is insane. And it could just be because you're so abundant. And so this person's like, God approves of my parasitic behavior. And so of course my soulmate is strong. My soulmate is rich. My soulmate is capable because I'm just allowed to parasite off of people. I hate this. This person, they think that they love you. And they're a fantasist. I'm hearing this person's a fantasist and they're a betrayer. This will end badly because this person is sneaky. Look, 7 of Swords came out. Don't trust this person. I also feel like this person does stuff that doesn't make any sense, or they say things that doesn't make any sense. And they do this mostly to see how you will react. This is definitely a person who's testing your boundaries. I feel like you could potentially be going through a stage with this person now, or like maybe soon, where this person's testing your boundaries. Tell me, this person has told you many lies, okay? But I feel like, clarify this 7 of Swords. I feel like there's something going on here. They're just emotionally blocked off. That's what I'm hearing. They may be giving the impression that they want to build together or work together or something like that, but this person's emotionally blocked off, and as much wiggle room as you'll give this person, they'll take it. They're in and out. Their energy levels are unsustainable because they just, and this person defends this way of being. You're never going to get anywhere with this person. I've never seen more of a lost cause in my life. I just feel like this person, you know what? Like, the first sign that you're dealing with a person like this is just confusion. Like, you just get confused. Like, why do you say one thing? Why do you seem like you're this one thing? And then it just never seems to work out. I'm not really sure how much more cards I'm going to draw on this. I feel like they just wish that you knew that they are sick. They're a fantasist. They feel like they have options. This is another thing. It's like, this is so weird because I don't understand this person. Okay, because it's like you are their ace. It's kind of like you're their ace in the hole. You are their soulmate. They feel like you're their, honestly, I'm hearing like you're their take it to a better life. You are their healer, but they also feel like you're defensive and that you're on your guard. Maybe this person feels like they're running towards the end of the road of them being able to manipulate you in the way that they're usually doing, which I'm hearing is actually very holy ground. It's sacred ground. You don't need to worry about this, but Spirit is saying this person is reaching a dead end. Either they are genuinely going to shed a skin. They are going to level themselves up, shift and change. They're going to see the error of their ways. They're going to start putting in the effort in, not even necessarily towards you, but like overall in their life. So on the one hand, it's like they view you as this, like you are the top dog, you're the ace. But then on the other hand, this is a person who thinks that they have options and that they can be sneaky and they can sneak around because they're manipulative. This person is very, very manipulative. And I'm hearing con artist, and they weaponize the truth. This person's favorite weapon here is the sword. It's the air. It's the air element. It's words. So this person, I'm seeing somebody like move food around on their plate, but they move words around. So they're not actually eating anything. Things don't actually get better. They just sort of move the words around to make it seem that way. And nothing ever happens. Nothing this person ever plants ever grows because they're not a real one. That's like what it's coming down to. This person's gonna have to face themselves very soon. They're reaching the end of the road. I also feel like they've met their match with you in terms of intelligence. It's just that yours is on correctly. Your head is on straight is what I'm hearing. This person's head isn't on straight. They can admit that they're a piece of shit. And then they'll start to heal. And they need to wake up every morning telling themselves they're a piece of shit and that they need to defer to you or to something. This person, I think, genuinely does require somebody who's above them, somebody who's higher than them. But they need to understand that they're the bottom of the barrel. And a covert narcissist won't. They put the sad sack routine on. I'm wounded, I'm hurt, I'm sick, I'm ill, I can't, oh, help me. But they also still think that they're above people. They always think that they're above people, despite all of they'll list off all their handicaps to you all the time, right? You are a person of high moral standing. I don't think that you really put up with much, and you know more than they think that you do. This person has woefully underestimated you, and it will be their downfall. Spirit is saying, like, the moment that you choose, and I feel like the moment you energetically sever yourself, this person will get hit with like a ton of bricks. Somebody said that their person was in prison. Like, yes, like very much. This to me feels like your energy is preventing this person because you believe in them or because you're invested in them. It's preventing them from getting the karma that they need. And so they need to be respecting you as though you're the only thing keeping them from receiving a heap load of negative karma, because that is true. And but this person also has secrets. They have things that they hide. This feels like within the recesses of their mind. And it's love. Like, this person does want to offer you something, and they want to offer you clarity. This person's messed up. It's hard to live with this person every day, I imagine. And things end badly. Like, I just feel like everything ends, like, this person is, like, very destructive. So let me just get some messages, and then I'm going to move on, because you found out something about me. So I think this person felt like they were slick, and then all of a sudden you found this out about them, that they're not who they're presenting themselves to be. I don't feel ready. So this person is on the cusp of a change, because I think you found out something about them. I don't think you're putting up with their shit anymore. Yeah, cut that cord. So funny. But you're better off. You are better off. Cut that cord with fire. Yeah, this person, I think you're getting ready to strike this person. They have to be very careful. And you may be keeping this a secret too. That you are onto them, and that you know, and that they better come correct. I never met anyone like you before. That's for damn sure. I think this person really is used to getting away with this. That's what I think. I heard something about you. I've liked you for a really long time. I just don't think that you can trust what this person says. This person may... Look, don't trust me. Don't trust me. All right, let me get some tea leaves here. You are highly thought of. That's the thing. This is, I often talk about like the praise energy. When praise is warped and someone is unhealthy and they actually really admire you or respect you, it comes out like jealousy. And so I feel like this person, you are highly thought of as a wise person. You are. Like, with this energy. You are the healer in this person's life. They do recognize that, but they know that they're going to have to make some kind of change. Good advice from a wise person. So the very fact that this person is like, okay, I'm kind of getting a scenario where it's like you've given this person advice and it's like, this is on you. You need to change. And because this person doesn't want to change, they're like, that advice was wrong. That advice was bad. In reality, the advice was spot on. They just didn't put it into practice, or they're unwilling to. They're like, no, I wanted you to tell me how to play video games on my couch and make changes in my life. And you're like, that's a physical impossibility. Temporary problems lead to happiness. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. You will be taken care of at difficult times. If you feel like you are intertwined with this person, or that you can't get away from this person, you severing yourself will only be a temporary difficult time, and it will lead to much happiness here with the flowers. And you need to trust your intuition here when it comes to this person. This major unhappiness, or ending up in a major, like, this person could suffer some kind of psychotic episode that leads them to like mentally ill, to like some kind of insane asylum or something like that, or they could be locked up in prison, or some like the big negative blackness that's going to come in is going to be on their side, because you have very good karma, and it's the only thing preventing this person from being confronted with theirs. You will be taken care of in difficult times. You are on the road to success. You do not need this person. Fear, worries, tense situations. You could potentially be afraid that this person is betraying you. And if you're not afraid that this person is betraying you, their energy, their lack of accountability, their grossness, their low vibrational energy is a dagger in your side. It is a betrayal in and of itself. They could... Okay, interesting. Club and target. So these are both weapons. This person has like weapons at their disposal. Somebody will try to make you do something against your will. So this person could, your intuition and your good karma, frankly, steers the ship. Okay, this person is not even second fiddle. This person's like 47th fiddle, but they think they're top fiddle. So at the very least, they need to admit that they're second fiddle to you always, in every matter, in every discussion. It's yes, you know, you say jump, I say how high. That's like the situation. That should be how it goes in this connection. If you can take them on board as a student. And regardless of what your energy is, I feel like that's what this is. You are a very goal-oriented person, and they need to hit your target. December is something here. Something could be coming in December. So I just really don't like this. I just don't like this energy. This person's really, look, a mule. Someone extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. And there is hard work ahead for this person. And they sense it. But I'm kind of just getting this person sitting in their shit and crying. Like, why? I don't like this. But you are great, and you are actually very shrewd and resourceful, especially in business. So you will always come out on top is what I'm getting. And I feel like your involvement in this person is building trust in yourself and knowing that you will be fine. Like, even if you have to cut this person off, you will be fine. So, yeah, just teasing. Appreciate you as a person. Okay. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting. So let me just get some advice. I really feel like you are the leader here in every way. So if this person's trying to make you think that you need to change your behavior, or that you're being too hard on them, or absolutely not. This is like kind of the paradox of a covert narcissist. They're a whittle baby, but they're also the person that you should be listening to and taking advice from. Well, you can't be both. So you need to pick a lane. I feel like you need to get very, very short with this person. I think the time for good graces is over. I think it's put up or shut up. And I think you are being encouraged by spirit to stick the landing on this one. Don Juan, martyr, and alchemist. So this person can be very attractive physically, and only physically. I'm sorry. I'm being really hard on this person because I don't like their energy. You need to make sure you're not martyring yourself for this person, for their success in any way. And this is teaching you some kind of alchemy. So just stick to the path. I really don't have much to say about this person. Much else to say. There's not... And I'm kind of getting like, they're not really worth your time. Like, if they're not going to change, they're not really worth your time. Okay, let's just move right along from that. Okay. You're a funny gal, you know that. Stubborn is a key word. I'll say that. Yes. Okay. Yes. How do you combat their word salad? I think just not putting up with it. You can ask very pointed and direct questions, but with a narcissist and all their little things, you're just going to go round and round and round. And you're also just going to teach them more tricks, which is why you have to go no contact with a narcissist. Because when they get into therapy, or they think they and that's the key word, when they think that they're starting to understand certain psychological concepts, that's what I mean by like this person weaponizes things. And for the people in this group where their person's head is really far up their ass, they don't even understand that they're weaponizing it, that they're stupid, like when it comes to these kinds of things. They don't get it. So just the way that they relate to these concepts, because they think that, okay, well, you ask very direct questions to combat their word salad. So then this person feels attacked when you do that because you're pointing out their bullshit. And the bullshit needs to get pointed out in any situation. If it can be destroyed by truth, it should be destroyed by truth. But because this person feels attacked, then they feel justified, and they're going to turn around and weaponize that against you. And they're going to feel justified in doing that because a narcissist always feels entitled and justified, and they'll never question, and they'll never be able to reel themselves in and hold themselves back and hold themselves accountable and treat someone with fairness and equity. So I think you're going to find that it's like, no, you need to be spoken to in this way because you're the teacher here. You are head and shoulders above this person in your psycho-spiritual understanding, head and shoulders, which is why this person needs to bow the knee. So if they can't do that, you need to leave. Essentially, you need to leave. Oh, thank you so much. And gray rocking. And I think you're doing the right thing in this because remember, your energy came out as the high priestess and the queen of swords. I think you're onto this person, and I think it serves you to keep it very mum that you've recognized that this person ain't really all they say they are. Let them think that you believe that they're capable or strong, or that you believe that they're going to actually come through for you this time. Let them think that. And if they don't, you know what you need to do. So that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 2. Yeah, I think this is, unfortunately, I'll say this last thing about pile number 2. You're alone anyway. And it's better to genuinely be alone than to be alone with a turd burger, because they're really just an anchor and they're going to sink you to the bottom. So you want to be able to lean on this person. You want to be able to rely on this person in whatever capacity they are in your life. And I feel like this person is maybe good at giving you the impression that they're capable of that. But really, you're just doing a lot of extra work. And I think once you sever yourself from this person, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that I was like expending all this energy, trying to get away from this person. So I think maybe you're just scared to like finally let him go. Because some of you, it's like maybe you feel like this person's all you have, or like you've already built up a connection with this person. And so to be confronted with the fact that they're not who they said they are is like really a fly in your soup. Like, it might be, but it's more of a problem to keep this person around you. And I think I'm hearing it almost be instantaneous. Like when you get this person out of your life, the relief that you feel, it's going to be like almost instantaneous. Okay, so moving on. So pile number 3, hopefully. Okay, no, it did make the change. All right, so that was a lot. Man, that person's energy was negative. I'm just going to take some coffee. Okay. Pile number 3, the village. Thank you so much, Mega, for your $6.99. Grief. Sad. I don't know how many of you guys watch Disenchantment, but the pig on there, he just says his emotions. Sad. Okay, maybe that's like moving into this. Okay, so pile number 3 is really interesting because we're doing this on like what this person wishes you knew, right? And this person, I think, is content for you to not know a lot of things about them. So what I wish you knew, I feel like, honestly, it's not very much. It's not very much. Yes. Disenchantment fans. Okay. I'm gonna pull some cards here, but what am I okay, I'm hearing needle in a haystack. Hold on. I need to like actually dial into this one, because the other ones were very much like on the surface and they were like kind of ready for this. But this third pile, like I said, I feel like this person's actually very content that you don't know much about them. And it's not even coming from like a place of them trying to be secretive. It's just, they're just kind of like, yeah, I'm good with people like not knowing a lot about me. Younger man. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. Okay. I'm just going to pull some cards here. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so this person is strategic in the best way. This feels totally appropriate in this pile. Notice all the hay here. Thank you so much, Alana, for the 1995. Okay. See, notice all the hay here, and I'm hearing needle in a haystack. And I'm getting like they're with all the hay, it's hard to really see something. It's covering up the detail of something. And this person is fine. And with this being the village, I feel like this could potentially involve a group of people, you know, or something like that. I'm hearing it's just really none of their business. It's just really nobody's business what it is that I'm going through or what it is that I'm dealing with. And they don't need to know. It's like there's something here where it's like it's on a need to know basis. But also I feel like this person feels that this card came out, hidden secrets can harm you. This person feels like revealing too much or revealing certain things could potentially harm them. And so I'm hearing the story of Rumpelstiltskin as well, which if you're unfamiliar of that story, like the whole thing is like you have to, if you guess the name of Rumpelstiltskin, I can't remember what like came about, right? But it was spinning straw into gold. Oh, this person spins straw into gold, okay? And I feel like there's maybe a secret, like a secret sauce as to how this person kind of does it. And I'm hearing it's not really their business. And if there's something that this person does or has, there's a magic to them that's gifted from spirit. And they're trusted with this because they do things kind of the right way. And it doesn't have to be some kind of magical capability or psychic gift or anything like that. It's just this person kind of has a secret sauce, you know, or they just have it. You know, some people just have it. So this person does. And they've recognized that in the wrong hands, this could potentially be used for the wrong purposes. And from this person's perspective, any person who's going around digging for this secret, pushing against boundaries, insisting that they know, is not somebody worthy of the cause. They don't deserve it. Why are you on the hunt for this thing? Because whatever this person has built up for themselves or whatever magic you see in this person, it's been for the love of the game is what I'm hearing. It's been because they loved something so much and so fully that they've thrown themselves into it. And so because of that, it's through love. It's like a relationship. So I get this person has like a skill or a talent or a gift. And it's because I'm like, say this person's a musician, right? They love music so much. And I'm watching this person and music, like caressing each other, touching each other, making out with each other, like fully intimate with each other, right? That's the kind of relationship that this person has, like with music, you know, or with whatever it is. And because of that, music has released all of its secrets to this person, you know? So I don't know what music is here for this person, but because of that, and it's because of the love and the trust and the intimacy that is built up here between these two people. And this person recognizes that they actually love music and they want to protect music and they want to keep music safe as well. So this person's like, if music wanted you to know their secrets, music would have told you their secrets. And the fact that music hasn't told you their secrets is something that needs to be respected. So this person is intentionally making the pathway vague or the details because I'm hearing it's just, if it's on a need to know basis, like if you were meant to know, you would. And the fact that you don't kind of understand that is not saying like you, this person just feels like if anybody does, they come needy. If you come to the space needy, then and you're not willing to give, then that's your own problem that you kind of need to sort out. I don't know. It just feels like this person is immensely talented or gifted here with something. And there's danger here. This person kind of recognizes that there's potentially danger here. And they're not going to back down here like with this bull, or that somebody here will not back down. So we have the younger man and the fox card. So there could be a foxy younger man here that maybe is not backing down or that presents some kind of danger. I don't know. I don't know who this younger man is. This almost feels stuff. I don't know who this younger man is. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. Like, what is that? But this fox card, like I'm hearing like somebody here's a fox. Maybe they're really foxy, but this says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So this person's just incredibly shrewd. I think this person's a lot more intelligent than people give them credit for, but they're not scheming. It's not like a scheming kind of intelligence. It's just kind of like a pragmatism, you know, that's really coming through here. So I do feel that maybe there's people that rely on this person for whatever this skill set is, or whatever it is that they love or that they appreciate or something. So, and this person is, I don't know, just, they're happy to like give of their well, but it's like they don't feel like they need to give everybody the keys to the castle. And it's something that works with their energy is what I'm getting as well. Like there's something here that like they are the alchemy. So going back to the Rumpelstiltskin story, like this person kind of turns straw into gold, and the princess, or there's some woman involved. It's been a long time since I've heard this story, but there's that woman involved, and she has to spin the gold like overnight. And if she guesses his name, then maybe she's like set free or something like that, right? So obviously you're never going to guess the name Rumpelstiltskin, and there's just like kind of scheming involved. So it's like you could never guess like why this person does things the way they do or something like that, because again, it's like they found their own way to it. So the way is kind of like with this person. I don't know. It can't be replicated. There's something here that like cannot be replicated, and if it was attempted to be replicated, then it would be all the lesser for it. It would just be a cheap imitation, and maybe whoever is trying to replicate this would maybe get praise or attention, but it wouldn't come from the right place, and so it wouldn't be as effectual. And this is a person who genuinely loves whatever this is that they're doing. Children are involved. Okay, this is interesting. So this person is enigmatic. Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. There's something here that requires a delicate touch and a careful handling. And this person has the ability to do that. Something could be happening here in October. Excitement. Some kind of announcement or something exciting could happen in October related to career here for this person. So, yeah, and maybe like they kind of sit on the secret until like they release certain things. That's what this person is, because the secret's in the sauce, and until they feel ready, they don't open up. So this person keeps their card close to their chest because it's also like, until I'm ready, I'm not going to open up, about certain things. Okay, so what else, Spirit? What else? The Rumpelstiltskin story. Oh yeah, maybe children are involved. The turning straw into gold, because I feel like people are gold hungry. They're like, where can I get the gold? And this person's like, ew, everyone's so obsessed with gold. I just like, I like working with straw. So I've been tinkering around with some straw, and then the straw turned to gold. But everybody out here just wants gold. There's a song that's coming to mind, but I can't for the life of me think of what it is. But it's something like, yeah, everybody just wants gold. Can't think of it. This person has a lot of love for a group or a community here. This feels like maybe women or something. There's a lot of love. This person is filled with love. And it set them off on this like journey. I'm hearing Nicki Minaj. I live the life now that we would daydream. My only wish is you come enjoy it with me. Get on the conference calls. Go meet the lawyers with me. The money came, tripled and quadrupled. But I just miss us when we was on some stupid So I don't know if this is somebody from your past and you've seen this person like become successful or develop a talent or a skill or really run away with it. It feels like this person's kind of a one-off and they really have just run away with something. And there's a lot of love here. So if you're wondering, like, does this person love you? Yes, they do. It feels like friendly love. It feels like, an all-encompassing kind of a love. But it also feels like this person has to, because of who they are or because of what comes through them, they have to kind of keep their cards close to their chest because they don't want it to get ruined. Like there's a threat here around this person, or it's a threat to just goodness, and people being able to connect with the things that they are good with. So this person has a responsibility. That's what I'm getting. This person has a responsibility to whatever it is that they're doing. This person feels on a higher path to me. I'm picturing my husband now who has these books, these like Buddhist books that he loves like they're children, and he feels he is the protector of those books and you touch them, even if you're his wife, for instance. I'm joking. It's important that it gets treated well. So I feel like this person has like sort of a mission. They're a protector of something and they've been around like shady people. This kind of for me feels like it connects with pile number one. I think a lot of people think this person just got lucky, but they're mad talented is like what I'm getting. This person has a calling. Okay, so that's what they wish you knew, is the calling takes precedent is what I'm getting. The calling takes precedent over my social interactions, over the way that I'm kind of dealing with you in this space. It's not like if you feel like they're being evasive towards your questions or something, the calling takes precedent. And also there's certain things here that they don't want to be judged by. People want the gold. People don't necessarily want the straw. They don't want to talk about straw. So I think sometimes people get confused because it's like, okay, I want some gold. Like, let's talk about gold. And they think that they're going to get in a conversation with this person about gold. And then this person just is a straw buff, and like all they talk about is straw. And people are like, people who have this like type of mentality, this leech mentality of like, teach me how to do everything that you do. Like, they don't want to talk about straw. And I think it really turns this person off because they think that this person must have a love of gold or secret of gold. Alchemy. Gold is representative of alchemy. Can't you show me the way? Gray the Gold Witch, thank you so much for the $9.99. And instead, this person is like, I just want to talk about straw all day long and the ins and outs and the minutia of straw. And have you smelled it? And have you like put a little bit on your tongue? And you can put straw over here in this way and that way. And people are like, I don't want to talk about straw. And this person's like, because you're not worthy of the gold, baby. You're not worthy of that gold, honey. People who don't want to talk about straw don't deserve gold. I think in this person's mind. I feel like there was something here in the past. This is the younger man that's coming through. I don't know. There is some kind of like, there is a negative thing here in this person's past. Maybe this was with you. I don't know. But they moved away from it. I feel like it was some kind of catalyst. There was like a traumatic event or a negative event that this person kind of had to go within and process and deal with. And that like that's where they found whatever this is that they loved. Music, for instance, like I'm hearing like the catharsis of it. It helped me make sense of my thoughts. It helped me like, there's a love here. There's like such a pure love here. It's really beautiful to see. And this person, it's almost like whatever had occurred with this person, the people around them or the people who did this, they weren't ready. So this person had to alchemize something within. It made them a diamond, but it also transformed them in some kind of like, this person, okay, another thing is that they're not the same person. Either that you knew or like behind the scenes, they're just not the same person because people won't understand them. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm hearing it has to do with giving and receiving. There is like a strong soulmate connection here. This person protects themselves and they protect something that they love. Okay, I'm seeing a meme and I feel like I'm meant to tell you this. If you're resonating with this as your energy, but perhaps you feel like you're earlier on in the path, I'm seeing this meme that I saw the other day, and it was something like, everybody that time travels like from the future back into the past, they're all worried about like changing one small little thing and then like completely changing the future, but hardly any person in the present is worried about making a small change and changing something in the future. So I feel like there's something very small. And I keep seeing straw. It's mundane. It is so mundane. It's in a barn. It's smelly. It's like if I told you this like small smelly thing that I dealt with that's so mundane, and I told you that it turned to gold because of my love for it, like there's no way that either you would believe me or understand. Like you just couldn't understand. That's what I'm getting. Like, yeah. So there's a lot of, maybe this person's in like a competitive field or there's just a lot of competition and this person is like a leader. I don't really know. This person is on the up and up. I feel like they're making some kind of plans, but again, like to have success. But again, they're just, they're chilling. This person's chilling. I feel like maybe it makes you mad or makes other people mad that this person's quiet, but this person again kind of registers that as like a red flag. Like if you're mad because I'm just sitting in my self-sovereignty and I'm making the decision that you won't understand, like that's the you problem. Okay, so let's get some thoughts here. I just saw I'm scared of commitment. Okay, I'm so jealous. I can't get over you. Now, jealousy has come out in every single one of these piles. So everybody's just feeling really jealous. And then look, I'm scared of commitment. We have so much in common. I almost wonder if this isn't somebody else's energy towards them, but I'm so much in common. I'm very attracted to you. I never should have let you go. If I can't have you, nobody else can. I'm wondering if this isn't your energy towards this person. Or maybe that's this younger man. If I can't have you, nobody else can. I should have never let you go. Yeah, like I kind of feel like this person has changed. They have moved on and they don't feel bad about it. I'm hearing if I was important to you, I would have been important to you then when I was straw. When I was straw, I'm hearing you saw me when I was invisible. That's from a movie. That's from The Princess Diaries. And the guy that plays the piano and works in the car garage and everything. And she says, you saw me when I was invisible. So if it was really that important, you would have saw them when they were invisible. And that's what this person would say. And I'm also hearing, like, I would never say that to your face because I'm genuinely a sweet, nice, caring person. And like, that's how I feel about it, is if it was really that important to you. Yeah. And I feel like this person could have struggled to get over you in the past. That's what, okay, so like now this is actually moving. You know what? I kind of feel like this is a very funny person and they're very smart. This person, I feel like I waited until people left the chat to say this. This person doesn't want certain people to know. This person will outlast anybody in order to see who is really around for them. So this person will talk about straw for 45 fucking minutes before they start talking about gold. And if you're still, I'm seeing Ramana, my baby Ramana. There's a story where they're all sitting in the temple and they sit in silence because Ramana teaches in silence. And there was a man who had come in there and he had been staying at the ashram for quite a while. And every day he would ask Ramana a question to reveal the secrets of life, right? Well, won't you reveal the secrets of life? Ramana sits very quietly because Ramana works through transmutation. So one day, a politician, a very famous politician, shows up at the ashram looking for a blessing from Ramana. And upon hearing of his arrival, everyone in the ashram gets up to go storm the place where he was entering in. Horrible. Ramana stays there. And the man who had been asking him a question to reveal the secrets of enlightenment. Samsara. He was asking about samsara. Won't you tell me about samsara? And after everybody gets up, and this man had been asking Ramana this question for multiple days on end without hearing a single response, Ramana finally turns and looks at him and he says, coming to an ashram for one thing, to receive the secrets of enlightenment and to unlock samsara, and getting distracted by life in the moment that a famous person comes in here. That is samsara. That is what keeps us bound here. We came to this life, we came here for a certain purpose, and you keep getting distracted along the way because you think that there's something that's more worthy of your attention. Pay attention to the straw. This person understands something about this. This person will strategically speak to you about straw for 45 minutes to see if you glaze over, if you fall asleep, if you leave the room. If so, you clearly don't want it bad enough. You clearly do not care. You clearly are not prepared. You are not primed and ready to receive the gift of what this person would have to offer you. This person has things like that. And then they'll kind of open up. So I feel like there's something here that you really want to get out of this person. And the fact of the matter is, unless you sit, that's what they wish you knew. Unless you show your dedication, that you're serious about it and you don't just want to fix it. I feel like a lot of people want this person because it's that distraction energy. A lot of people want to come sit in front of Ramana because he's great. And it's just something to do with a Saturday. You know, but then they want to go off and tell their friends, like I said, in an ashram. Ramana's not interested in you. Like you clearly need to focus on artha or moksha. There's other things for you to focus on that are part of the spiritual journey. You're not ready for liberation. You are not ready to rid yourself of your ignorance. So I do feel like there's an ignorance here. You're wondering maybe what went wrong in this connection. You're wondering if this person had secret feelings for you in the past. And I kind of think for a lot of you they did. And I think that they were jealous of you and maybe they feel like they couldn't get over you and they had to process this. For some of you, it's like this was the seed of dealing with their disappointment. And because they met their disappointment where it was and they weren't trying to force anything and they weren't trying to make anything work or something, that turned into this gift that they have. Or it really alchemized them from within. It was the turning point and they actually got up and they moved away. I think this person may be scared of commitment here, or they feel that you are. You feel my creativity. I'm telling you, for some of you, it's like this disappointment in love or something like that actually fuels their creativity. I kind of think this person runs the risk of almost of being addicted to being let down by people because they feel that they're their own strength. When they get knocked, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. So this person kind of like has, you know how narcissists run on attention, or what do they call it? Supply, fuel. So we were talking about that in pound number 2. This person, their fuel, and what we're talking about is like, you know, your body. Sorry, I keep jumping around with my metaphor here. You know, your body runs on nutrition, okay? But and I have had a good breakfast, okay? I'm having my coffee in addition. But like somebody who wakes up, doesn't have breakfast, and then just drinks a bunch of coffee, that's not genuine calories. It's not genuine energy. It just gives you the impression of it. So narcissistic supply is kind of a way of getting empty calories but still running on an empty tank. This person, I feel like they have a way of doing that, of getting let down or disappointed. They're used to running on that fuel. They've taken the shit that other people have given them, and potentially maybe you have given them. I'm hearing methane, like methane gas is like it, methane is like it release gas, like you get it. And this person uses that. That's their fuel. I'm hearing you couldn't handle. You want to know what made me me? You couldn't handle it. You can't handle the truth because everybody gets shit. This person has taken something that all of us deal with. Crap, letdowns, being disappointed, and turned it into gold. That's what I was getting. It's so mundane. It's so mundane. That's the gold. The gold is within this person. The gold is within their ability to like transmute things. So if you feel like, oh, this person's not bothered by you, this person has just moved on, they just have not been able to like, I know that you're stuck on me. I know that you're jealous about me. I know that you have a passion for me. Where did it go? Well, I think you're seeing where it went. And this person is beautiful. They've created some kind of like Empress level abundance, like from this. That's where it went. That's where it went. This person has pieced together some kind of like an engine. You have changed me. So this person is like, thank you. Thank you. Because and for some of these people, I think this person felt dicked around by you a bit. Like you were trying to play games. You were trying to make me jealous. You were trying to make me squeal or you tried to break me. I'm hearing you try to break me. They tried to bury me. They didn't know I was a seed. So all of us get buried in life. But this person is a master at like changing that into something, at blooming like in that. You have changed me. So this person is like, thank you for your gift. You can leave. This person's like, thank you for leaving your gifts of absolute shit. You were giving these to me thinking you were giving me straw. I think there was something, whether this was you or whether this wasn't you, there were people in this person's past, and they have well and truly been left in the past. These people were obstinate. They tried to put blockages up in front of this person. They could have tried to make them jealous. They could have tried to keep secrets from this person, and they kept flinging it at this person because they didn't realize that they were throwing gold because they don't have eyes to see and ears to hear. So this person lives life on a different level in their perception. And they are different than the person that you saw before because they've changed, they've alchemized in a really positive way. Most people, I'm hearing this, most people just live life on one plane. They're walking and they're progressing through life, and it is a certain type of progression, just getting older and gaining certain life experiences. This person has like leveled up though. And that's why this person has been and always will be the gold. They have been and always will be the gold. And I'm hearing, this person prefers that you underestimate them because they're scared of commitment, I think. Because if somebody were really truly to see the gold in this person and really honor it, I think it would maybe at this point in their life would throw them for a bit of a loop, which is kind of sad because they've used their art or some kind of skill set to kind of make their way through life. And I'm hearing, I think this person may be a spiritual teacher, like, or some kind of bodhisattva incarnate. Because for those of you who are like still here, we waited for the other ones to weed out. This is a sneaky, sneaky person like that, in the best way. You'll like Ramana with that man. You'll sit for days and ask the same question, and he will not answer you until he feels like you are ready. Until you demonstrate why you're different from the crowd. Because in that story I told you about Ramana, that man was still sitting there when the entire crowd got up to leave, and he said, I guess this man's serious. Right? My engine is ancestral. Yes. So this person does not require like a rich partner or something like that because they know that wealth is readily available, readily abundant. I feel you have some things to say here for this person though, like salty, salty. I wonder if you're happy without me. I want to be more than friends. Some of you, I have to say, you did miss the boat on this person. And you feel like there's really nothing that you could say to get back in this person's good graces because you didn't express yourself like back then. And I think you're right. I think you're right because this person, again, it's like if you cared about me, then all of a sudden now that I have something and I've evolved away from you on my own, which you made sure, I'm hearing you made damn good and well sure that I had to do that on my own, didn't you? So if that was, you've had your chance, like to show me who you are and how you felt. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So I think if you were, I'm just getting the sense, and if this wasn't you, this could have been family or friends. There was like a culture around this person where it was like they knew that this person had love for them, either romantic, and this could have been you, and really sit with yourself and ask yourself this. If this isn't your own energy, because I'm seeing in the comments that for a lot of you, this is your energy, and you know that you have been able to kind of do this. I love this energy too. This is strong, feminine, strong, like even if this is a man that you're asking about, like it's the strong feminine side, and I'm hearing feminine ancestral line, and I feel like this person has strong feminine ancestral guidance. Some of you know exactly who I'm talking about too, like a grandmother figure or something around this person. But in the past, this person has had people around that either assumed that because they were a parent to them or a sibling, and I'm hearing literally a name only, because these people didn't show up in that energy. They didn't show up as a parent, as a father, as a mother that was like actually nurturing. They didn't show up that way. They just assumed that because they were in proximity and that this person would need to rely on their family at some point, or their friends, that they could dick this person around. And or it could have been because you knew that there was a strong soulmate connection. You knew that there was just this love between the two of you. So if you try to take advantage of that and say, well, where else is this person going to find this strong love? It's not like this comes around every day. When this person says, you don't know how hard it was to let you go, they mean that, but it's the source of their power. The fact that they did, and they're being rewarded. Okay. We're going to start wrapping this one up. I look for you everywhere. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Sometimes, okay, I'm hearing that song again. I'm wondering if this isn't like connected with the pile number 2 person. Like this person has dealt with the pile number 2 person. And either that's you coming here to this reading, or this is your energy and it's giving you that kind of perspective. Because this to me feels, this feels like this other energy that keeps trying to come through this reading. That this, I can't have you, if I can't have you, nobody else can. I should have never let you go, all this regret and everything. This person is saying to this beautiful individual here, sometimes I say, wait, thinking about you, it was my fault, but I blamed you. So I feel like this was a catalyst to some kind of realization of taking personal accountability, taking personal ownership. This is not the person that we're looking at here, this beautiful person, but this other person, this other energy that they're dealing with, which there may be more than one person in this energy. I hid who I really am from you. It's time for me to heal now. I knew exactly what I was doing. And I want to tell you how I feel. So I feel like because this other energy has messed up their connection with this person so badly, to where they know that there's nothing that they could say to get back into this person's good graces, or to even have this person believe that they have love for them. Because I think all this person saw, I'm from the show me state. Like I'm hearing show me. Like all this person has been bullshit, fuckery, games, disrespect. And so there's nothing that this group or this person could ever say to this human being, especially now that they've become successful or found their way. I'm hearing, you know that phrase that says you never want to give a man nothing to lose? I think somebody gave this person nothing to lose. It's a cardinal sin. You should never do that, because this person has learned that they can do it on their own. They don't care. They do because they're a loving person, but this person's like, this is a bit much. This is really rich of you. Yeah. Like this person would say, like, the burden and the responsibility that I had to deal with, like dealing with your bullshit and fuckery, like absolutely not. Absolutely not. I had to handle this so carefully. I played my cards just right. And now I'm good and I'm fine and I'm free of you. And you did that. You did that. Not me. Yeah. So this was another like really intense message. I'm hearing that song again. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves keep baking me out. So I think if this was your energy, I think the one thing that you should take away from this is that whoever you're thinking about, or like this group, because I kind of feel like there's more than one person, or it was like a friend group, or it was like a group, right? We saw the 3 of Cups come out. They miss you. Now that they see that they didn't break you, because I think that was it. And so what is that? There's some kind of like hatred, power games, control. Like it's not love. So there's some kind of hatred that they showed towards you in the past, and you recognize it. And now the love side wants to come out, because whatever they were doing or not doing to help you backfired. But you have to ask yourself, if this is your energy, what would have happened if it didn't backfire? What kind of a relationship would you have with this person or this group of people if you were still there, if things worked out the way that they thought that it was going to work out? These are not people who would have just done right by you to do right by you. Now they want to come back because you have something. Now you have gold. You've turned straw into gold. No. They've shown you. I'm hearing you showed your ass and I saw the real you. You've really seen through this. You've really seen through this. And now they have to be confronted with who they are. But that could have only happened because you've cut these people loose. You've cut them loose. They don't have the option to manipulate you. Because I kind of feel like with these people, if they thought that there was anything they could say to get you to look upon them favorably again, they would. They would. That's who these people are. So you're fundamentally different. And your leaps and bounds, you are not the same person that you were when you were around these people. So, okay. Too many people. I was losing myself in their energy. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad this was helpful. You know, yeah, no one will be able to ever again. I have to say, that I'm really impressed with like people's energy that like tune into this channel, because I don't know, I just feel like it's a way for us to all tap into and like be replenished and like get the strength back. And I know that things started off like a little bit hairy at the beginning of this, but the way that everyone involved handled themselves in the situation, Joyful Dolphin and Freebie, really was healing for me. I don't know. I feel like replenished from all of that. So I hope that you guys do too. I love that we're like all building up like trust with each other and everything like that. I haven't forgotten that we are going to dip in and see what overall messages Spirit has for you. What Spirit wants you to be focusing on. I feel like number 2, divorcing him. Okay, good, because I feel like there's just no success with this person. I'm sorry that you're going through that, because if you're having to divorce somebody like that, you probably are like an empath, or, you know, you have an emotional thing. I'm sure it's not easy. But like I was saying in pile number 2, I feel like it's going to be like easy for you or feel better for you like sooner than you think. Way to show back up after last week. Thank you, Annie. I feel kind of bashful. I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm a fearful avoidant. And so we get these things called vulnerability hangovers. And I was really nervous about that. But, you know, Alex took me out to lunch and we went for a walk and everything. So, and my vulnerability hangover was not as bad as I thought, because I was like, oh my gosh. And I am going to leave the video up. So, you'll never find someone who you like as much as I do. The hell I won't. You know what? This is another thing that I've learned over the course of my life. People who are in that energy of like, well, you'll never find someone who's going to like you as much as I do, or be everything. That sounds like a fucking challenge. Because like, also what they don't realize is that they have not shown up in a good energy. They have actually set the bar incredibly, incredibly low. And I think that they are just banking on the fact that you never wise up and learn your worth and actually take a step out. Because in my life, I've had to walk away from like really negative people. And I've always learned that like once you do that, there are actually good people out there, much better people. And I don't think these people realize like how much they get shown up, like just by people who just show up kindly, you know? Oh, I'm so glad. Grief, and that's the catalyst. Yes, I am seeing the 5 of Cups in my mind now. Nice. They're the ones with lack mentality. Good. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, just keep going. We're all just here doing our work privately on the internet. Okay, so moving on to the general message here that Spirit would like to talk with you about. I heard, I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud of you. And I can see Ramana here, and like, look at this face. Look at this face. He's just so happy. Oh, okay. Like, I don't know if you guys can read this in the background. So my mother-in-law always has this, and she changes the quote that's on it every once in a while. So it says, my goal is not to be better than anyone else, but to just be better than I used to be. So I feel like that is, overall, no, it is. Okay. Yeah. So it's just to be better than I used to be. And I feel like just keep going. I'm hearing like the little engine that could, I think I can, and just paying attention to you and staying on your tracks. I'm seeing the little engine that could going up a hill. So like as it's going up a hill, it's harder, you know, and if you've ever been on a roller coaster, you know, like whenever you're going up the hill, like you hear that it's very slow going. But the thing is, once you get to the top of the hill, that's the momentum that carries you through the rest of the ride. So even if you feel like you're slow going or that you are like trying to go up a hill, know that going up the hill is necessary in order for like the rest of the ride to kind of unfold. Be patient with yourself. It's not time to move fast right now is what I'm getting. It's actually time, like as you're moving up this hill, and I don't know what this is. But it feels like it's storing up energy within you that you are actually going to need, because once this takes off, once you get to the top of the hill and then like you're on the way down, it's going to go and it's not going to stop going. Nothing up from here, baby. Yes. Okay. So Spirit, what do you want to talk with? Okay. Yeah, you're on a different path. Certain things that other people do, or like more general kinds of advice, you know, that you could get from like a business seminar or something like that, may not actually make sense for you in your circumstance, because you're working with Spirit now, and you actually are working with Spirit. Like you're cooperating with Spirit. And so they need you. That's why intuition is so important. That's why you've also been tapped into the tarot and stuff, is because you have to listen very well to your own intuition to get where it is that you're going. It's not that you can't listen to these things, but then when you're listening to, like, say, a business seminar or something, because you're trying to get a business off the ground, make sure you're listening through the ears of your own intuition, because some of that you're going to need to disregard, or your intuition will directly challenge that. So they're just sit tight. And as you're sitting tight, you're learning how to work with your own system and to listen to your own intuition. Okay. Spirit, what do you want to... Okay, you don't feel ready for something here, but they're saying you are, and we're getting you ready. They're so proud of you. Like, I just keep... Like, I almost see your spirit guides looking at you like, wow, good job. And you're ready. I feel like you have a guide, okay? And it's like, I'm hearing, you've no idea how the replenishment in my soul from watching you become yourself and watching you succeed. It's like they're watching their little baby, like, kind of take their first steps, like your guides and stuff. They've poured love into you over lifetimes, you know, and being your guide, like an ether, but also incarnating with you. They've poured so much into you, and to see you succeeding, and I'm hearing all the reward I could ever want. They're so impressed. They're so happy that I feel like you're finally getting it, is what I'm hearing, and you're finally believing in yourself, and they just want to keep you going with that. Yeah, you're overcoming these like negative thoughts, and I'm hearing that's the enemy that's been subtly eroding you. And maybe that's why you had to confront people that were like pile number 2, is because it was reflecting back that inner critic, that really strong inner critic, that you weren't good enough, or that you needed somebody in order to be successful. Those things that they were talking about, right? Oh, nobody's ever going to love me as much or nobody's ever going to love you as much as I love you. So that was reflecting maybe some kind of like inner wound of feeling like, well, maybe I'm not good enough, or, you know, but you're starting to see past this, and you're starting to see that was like actually the enemy, is like you kind of believing that. And that I feel like you're on a path where when you start to kind of take steps outwards, you really do grow, because I'm hearing it's your karma. It's your karma to know who you are in this lifetime, and to receive as much as you give, if not more. You really have a lot coming in for you. You have a lot coming in for you. It may actually surprise you how much love or energy or money or like whatever it is that you have coming your way, because they're restoring the balance. And I feel like your heart has been very bruised and very wounded, but from interacting with certain kinds of people like this, but it's coming in after a period of hermitude where it's a big spiritual turning point. So there is a period of isolation, or feeling weird, or not feeling understood, or having to rely only on yourself. There's something here like that. And once you actually go through that period, you're switching things around, and I'm hearing for you to become something else, you must first become nothing. So after a period like that, that's when you're going to start climbing the hill, and then so it'll be kind of hard, but you'll be ready to do that, and you'll receive help, and that's when you're going to be going on some kind of journey. And I'm hearing it's your karma, and you're clearing up some kind of big negative karmic cycle. And in doing so, you're actually giving people back what is theirs to deal with. And it feels like a tower moment for them, and it is. And it's meant to lead them to their own healing, their own like period of enlightenment is what I'm getting. But you need to let them go. You need to walk away from those people, so that they, because you've been feeling not enough, but these people actually need to grieve you. And I'm hearing Nicki Minaj again. You got to sweat me. You said you thought she was ready, and I said, let's see. They just wanted to be around you. They didn't want to actually relate. They don't know how to relate. There's people around you that need to understand the deficit is within them. Oh my gosh. You are moving forward at speed here. And I feel like there could be love that's coming in, partnership, but you have to cut ties with all these old, all this like old, oh my gosh, negative situations. Okay, I was channeling a message yesterday and it's coming through because I'm seeing you in this house, okay? And it's an old shaded house and it's messy, like, and it's this person's house that you're with, okay? And you're in there and it's a kind of house where like none of the lights are on. It's all in a state of disarray. There's like fast food containers and stuff everywhere. And you go in there and you like kind of immediately start cleaning up because you and your energy, you can't relax or you can't sit still in a place that is so decrepit and such a mess. So regardless of like, you just want to help this person, but this person kind of, whether they are consciously doing this or not, doesn't really matter, but this person sort of knows that if they put you in their house, that you will kind of clean it up for them. So you've been wasting a lot of energy cleaning up these other people's houses and you thought that they were going to appreciate it, or you thought like, well, I would be depressed or miserable if I was living this way too. So why don't I just clean it up, give this person a fresh start, and then they're going to be able to be different because that's all I would need. But this person has to learn how to clean up their own mess because this kind of goes back to pile number 2. This person who is like deeply depressed, but it's so much more than like a mood. It's actually like fundamental in their soul. They need to learn how to clean up their own mess. They need to know like the work and the effort that actually goes into that because I feel like you've been taken for granted. So when this person, it's more than just learning how to do it or actually being able to do it. They don't require help. They need to actually do it themselves. And this person is trying to like say or do anything to keep you in that house. And then I saw you kind of having to trick them and then in order to sneak out the front door. But then when you snuck out the front door, there was like papered walls that looked like you were still in the house. But then once you tear down the walls, you realize that you're outside. And then you kind of feel weird because you know that there's like lions and tigers and bears. There's danger, right? But the sun is shining and the birds are chirping, and that's spirit, that's God trying to like beckon you forward, right? So I just feel like I'm hearing controlled freedom. Somebody here might be trying to give you the illusion that you're free. So when you finally like move away, they might be trying to trick you into thinking that you're free, and then you're actually not. You still have to kind of tear down the walls. And I'm hearing that's the mental thing that's still kind of within you. So it's, again, it's steps and it's progress that's coming through. Okay, the 8 of Swords keeps coming out, which is just feeling under the thumb, you know, having these negative thoughts. So it's reflecting in your material reality, but it's not, like you are, I feel like for a lot of you, you are living with a tyrant and somebody who really expects you to clean up their mess, doesn't have any respect for how much energy that takes, and just expects that you will do it. That if they have a mess that they need cleaned up, that if they just put you in there, you'll be so uncomfortable that you will just do it. And they feed off of that energy. So it's kind of made them lazy. And they're saying that's like codependency. You know, you think that you're helping, but in reality, you're just kind of this person's using you as a crutch. And you can't allow that to happen anymore. And you will actually, that's why you're gaining so much traction, is because you have really good skill sets and habits. So when you actually start applying that to yourself, then you are actually going to gain a lot of traction. But you have to get out of this house, like here with this person. You have to get out of this relationship. You have to get out of this like negative energy. And Spirit is saying you are going to move forward here at speed, okay? Like at speed, and you are headed towards this 2 of Cups kind of energy. But this to me is like connecting with your shadow side, connecting with the part of you that will put its foot down. Because I think that's the other thing, is like some of you, it's like you've always been taught that it's positive to be a person that can be relied upon, quote unquote relied upon, when in reality it just made you subservient to somebody else here. And so I'm just getting you to move on here. And this to me looks like a gypsy caravan. So maybe you're called to live somewhat of like a vagabond kind of life, or do something different, or to go on an adventure. Some of you may need to go on an adventure to sing yourself back to life. Self-care is really important, especially as you're going up that hill. Let's see. Spirit, anything else? I keep seeing this, I don't feel ready. But you are ready. And Spirit just wants you to know that you are ready. And it's the same old cycle of the 8 of Swords. And they want you to have, maybe that's what we're doing here in this tarot energy, because a lot of you are help singing each other back to life. Like in the comment section is kind of what we do when we gather here. We're like a little coven. We're the chaos coven, right? And so I feel like it's just, they're connecting you at the very least energetically with people who also have this fortitude, also have this strength, so that you can feel ready, because you haven't. And I think, you're afraid of getting tied back into the grip of it. Either the grip of like an addiction or some kind of negative pattern, or this person in your life that is kind of like that devil energy, you know? And if you accept them back, it's just going to feel good in the moment where you're like, oh, I can just put that off for another day, like me moving on. But you're going to have to leave this person sooner or later, so you might as well. I really feel like you're headed somewhere good though. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, that you want to talk to them about? Okay, I feel like you're very attractive. There's somebody here. This came out in the last reading, the messages for pile number 1. There's somebody here who's watching you, and they're just waiting for their opportunity. Okay, like this person feels very wildly romantically attracted to you, but they don't know if they could come forward. And I even think this person thinks that you being unsure of yourself here is attractive here as well, but I'm hearing just give me a chance. And this person they want to actually give you something. They want to pour into your cup. They want to actually take responsibilities off of your plate. So if you're dealing with jokers who aren't doing that, this person cannot wait. They're like, open the door and I will make sure that you don't have anything to worry about. I feel like this person's financially stable, and they're a very dynamic individual here as well. You've got somebody really, really strong and sexy. This person's very sexy, wanting to come in for you here as well. But yeah, and like once you kind of get over that hump, then I'm hearing it's on. Like it is on. All right, anything else, Spirit? They really want you to, friends and community is going to help you get past your emotional difficulties. Friends that will sing you back to life. Yeah, and that's really what I'm getting for you guys. I think some of you have to let something go though. Something didn't work out, and sometimes it doesn't work out. That's another thing. It's like people talk about destiny, and I like to talk about destiny more in terms of like your highest and best path, because we all have free will here, and there's always those energies kind of playing together, and we can't control other people, and that's half of why we come here. But nothing's ever a loss. So I just really push back against, especially you hear this in the twin flame community of like, well, we're just meant to be. We're meant to be together. That might have been your highest and best path, you know? That may be, you know, and that means a lot of things. There's a lot of things you're not saying when you're saying a phrase like, well, we're meant to be together. Because that, if it's your highest and best path, that means in order for the two of you to come together, probably you have to overcome a lot of your bad habits and bullshit, and they have to overcome a lot of their bad habits and bullshit. So if the two of you are able to do that, then the two of you can be together. Otherwise, I feel like you're gonna maybe accidentally hurt somebody or offend them, and then it's going to send you off in different directions. So yes, it very well could be that that's your highest and best soulmate, but it's predicated on an if-then statement. If everybody can kind of get all their ducks in a row, then you will naturally be together, and then you can actually like take the path together. But it's not always a guarantee that that's going to happen. And just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean that you're not going to have happiness in your life or love in your life, or that you don't still have ways that you can learn and grow and shift and change. And honestly, if it doesn't work out, that's probably a love relationship that's going to stick in your mind, and that you can process and deal with and know exactly where it is that you kind of need to work on yourself, you know? Even if it was like your low self-esteem got in the way, like pile number 1, or, you know, like your depression got in the way, like pile number 2, well, then at least you know it's giving you a huge gift of knowing like where it is that you're supposed to kind of like, you know, work on all of that with. So, you know, you have a destiny, sure, but you also have a living and breathing experience that you are dealing with whenever you come here. And I think I'm going to leave it there. So pile number 2 people are turning into pile number 3. Yes, you got it. Yes, you got it. And that's that turning straw into gold, which is when you think about that, you learn how to do that. You have that kind of a mindset. You have that kind of an engine. Well, you're going to take that into every other lifetime you live. You're unstoppable. You're not relying on anybody for anything because you know how to turn straw into gold. Interesting. Which pile is your person? A lot of people are dealing with pile number 2 as a person. Wow, that's making me sad because that was like a difficult energy. We're all 3 piles connected usually. That's another thing. Usually in my readings, all 3 piles are connected. And I actually think that sometimes you can think that you have 1 pile, but then when you listen to all 3 piles or you listen to another pile, you're like, actually, I was thinking about it like this, but really it's this other way, and it'll like unlock something for you. I've also noticed that usually one of the piles is your own energy. And I feel like Spirit does that intentionally to get you looking at yourself because it's both sides of the equation, because nothing ever happens in a vacuum. Behavior never happens in a vacuum. And also, depending on like how spot on the energy is for you, and the pile that I'm describing as your energy maybe reflects how spot on it is like for the other person. And I just feel like spirit is trying to sift you through. You know what it reminds me of? I swear I'll stop talking here in just a second, but you know what it reminds me of? Jesus. I love Jesus, and but I love the esoteric Jesus the best. I really like Elaine Pagels. For some of you, that's somebody to look into. She's a biblical scholar. She's freaking brilliant, and she's amazing. But she actually really points out, you know, Jesus speaks in parables as a spiritual teacher. And he actually, a lot of people think that he did that to make his messages clearer, but he didn't. He actually did it to keep them muddled and confused for the people who are not ready to receive that information. Because just like in pile number 3, bing, 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 spiritual teachers do, they recognize it in the wrong hands. It will be synthesized the wrong way, and it will excuse bad behavior. You cannot have a narcissist be told that they are God, even though it's true. They're not ready to receive that information, because think about what they could potentially do with that information. You know, oh, well, I'm God, so then therefore it's a blank check. Everything that I do is okay. No, it isn't. That's not what that means, because you haven't built the lens of wisdom up, right? So Jesus actually tried to throw people that needed to be thrown off of his messages. Also, in the time of Jesus and forever, it's usually a rule, like kind of a hidden rule, that the highest teachings never are supposed to be written down. You see this a lot in the East with Hinduism and Buddhist traditions. The highest of high teachings, they're usually forbidden to be written down, which I think is why Jesus didn't write certain things down. And this Elaine Pagels, her research around Jesus, the canon, quote unquote, the Bible that we have, originated, the first list of that, I don't know why I'm telling you this, was in Alexandria in Egypt. There was a pharaoh priest, like man, not pharaoh, a priest that created that list. That was for the ignorant. That was for the people who were just learning that, because none of it was too altering, like life-shattering. But all of the secret esoteric teachings he would tell like to his disciples, you know? And so there's something here where I feel like the way that especially my messages come through, but I think even other tarot readers, it's meant to confuse certain people. I really think that it is. I think that's why you get drawn to certain piles, because Spirit is saying, this is what you can kind of understand. We just want you to start with your own side of it. But when you start to kind of ready and you start to kind of realize, oh, this is my own energy. Well, then you get curious, don't you? And then you pick another pile, and then because you understand your own energy, now you can start understanding the other person's energy. And I've had to really let go of that, because if I had a nickel for every time somebody was like, this wasn't right for me, and then proceeded to explain in detail one of the other piles, I would have $1. At the very least, I'd have $1. Like, it's so much, but it's like that person is where they need to be. And yeah, someone asked Buddha how the universe was created. He said, doesn't matter, you don't need to know. I've always been taught that too. Like, you don't need to know the most esoteric of spiritual teachings. Usually the most deluded people know like very spiritual esoteric teachings, but they can't do like simple things. Like, just be sitting in the moment. You don't need to know all this stuff to just like sit in the moment, you know? It's a gift. I've always heard that it's a gift for people who genuinely love God. You spend your time just wanting to commune with God. It's like having a conversation with God. It's like sitting and having tea with God, because you just love God so much and you want to know like how things operate. But you don't need to know that to just be able to check your ego and to breathe and to understand. It's reminding me of an Adyashanti quote where he says, the God that everyone is looking for is the ground underfoot and the foot that walks upon it. It's like there's nothing magical or mystical. Like, the most magical and mystical, the highest of truths, is so mundane, and it's available to you in every moment. And nobody gatekeeps that. You know, sometimes that's okay. I'm so sorry that I'm off on a tangent, but this is our community, and the message is over, so we're just kind of talking now. But sometimes I get messages too where people are like, I just wish that you would do like more spiritual messages. Well, I do them over on my Patreon. We're doing a career reading tomorrow. B, this is not the way. This isn't the best way for you to get those messages. You want to know about spiritual teachings? Find a spiritual teacher. I don't consider myself that, you know. I struggle with things, with my pride, with my attitude. I struggle too much, like for these kinds of things to come through. Like, I know that, like, I've been curious about spirituality. Well, guess what? I've read books that Adyashanti has written, or Eckhart Tolle. find a spiritual path. They are available. Engage in a spiritual path. But I feel like tarot as a medium is more like a one-to-one kind of a conversation where we have these conversations about specific things that are going on in your life. And I'm helping you to kind of pick that apart. And love and relationships and the mirror that holds up, to me, that is life. So we're kind of doing that, but I feel like it's meant to be paired with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want these answers, I feel like they will come. If you want answers about the spiritual path, but it's like, maybe find a congregation, read a book, allow yourself, go to the library, look up different spiritual teachers that are active now. I can just throw a couple of them out here. Elaine Pagels, I feel like for a lot of you, especially if you grew up Christian, her work could potentially be life-changing. She's got some interviews on YouTube. Just listen to that. It will expand your mind. But life is spiritual. Like, you don't need me to hold your hand. Like, some people, I just feel like they put all the pressure on me, or somebody like me, where it's like, well, I want you to guide me through this experience. I want you to explain this to me because I like it when you explain things. Okay, that's good. That's fine. And I'll explain some things that I feel called to explain, but you don't need that. You don't. It's a lie. Like, we do this to connect and to commune with one another. That's holy. That's sacred. And it's worth doing. And we'll do it, But if you're called to a spiritual path, don't let me get in the way of that. So, Sadhguru is really good. Elaine Pagels, I really love. Adi Ashanti, Eckhart Tolle, Panache Desai, Sonia Choquette. There's so many people. You know what? Go on Omega Institute. Go on their website. Like, just look through the people that go speak there. And there are, like, strong spiritual books. Paramahansa Yogananda. Radhanath Swami. There's a lot of people. We don't have to just only get if you're only looking to, like, one source, whether it's tarot or whether it's me, to be the faucet from which you, like, get your teachings and stuff, that's a very small drip. You can really immerse yourself in things, and you should. I think you should. Okay, so, yeah, I love you guys too, and yeah, all is one. Oh, Radna, or, oh my gosh, I'm having a really mystical moment where I was gonna tell you, Ramana Maharshi, and then his name went out my mind. But he is like the essence, where he's like, there is no name, there is no one teacher. Any teachings that you get, it just comes from the source, and it just comes through any teacher. There is no name. He just wants to remind you, there is no name, there is no one teacher. There is no one teacher. This knowledge does not belong to any one of us. And the people who think that it does, that's their ego. That's their ego. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for showing up and engaging in this and being a part of our little chaos coven here. And yeah, just thank you for being here on Friday. Tomorrow we have a Patreon reading. We're doing the career reading over there, and we've got some announcements to make about personal readings just to get you guys updated on those. So for those of you who are on Patreon, I'll see you tomorrow. If you guys would like to support me, thank you so much for those of you who have donated during this live chat. I just want to remind you that we do have the everyday candle. I think it's on the shelf below me right now. The Everyday Magic Candle. It's an intention setting candle, and there's a lot of different kinds that are there. And if you're interested, then you can definitely buy those. It's high quality in every way. So, all right, that's what I have for you guys. Bye.